Hello soccer fans, welcome to Manchester United Daily Updates. Before continuing this video, click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Manchester United somehow added another point to their tally in the Europa League after a dramatic 3-3 draw against FC Porto on Thursday night at the iconic Estadio de Dragão. United had started perfectly as both Marcus Rashford and Rasmus Hojlund beat Diogo Costa at his near post to give them a 2-0 advantage inside 20 minutes. However, things turned drastically 7 minutes later when Pepe scored from close range as Lisandro Martinez got caught napping. Just 15 minutes after taking a 2-goal lead, United were pegged back to level terms as Samu Omorodian beat Matthijs de Ligt in the air to head home. 5 minutes after the restart and the comeback was complete as Pepe and Omorodian caught the backline cold, with the latter adding his second of the game. A defeat looked to be confirmed on 81 minutes when Bruno Fernandes was sent off for a second yellow card, not to mention for the second match running. But substitute Harry Maguire stepped up in stoppage time to spare Erik Ten Hag's blushes as he powered home a header to make it 3-3. After that absorbing contest in Portugal, the Manchester Evening News has taken a closer look at some moments you may have missed from the game. Van Nistelrooy's strange request. It is very rare that anybody wants to be booked during a match, but that appeared to be the case when it came to Ruud van Nistelrooy. Following Omorodian's equaliser, Ten Hag was captured studying the goal to see what exactly went wrong. However, Van Nistelrooy appeared to be egging on referee Tobias Stieler to book him, which the German official duly did. It is not clear exactly why the former Dutch striker was cautioned, but it is likely to be for a comment he made on the touchline in the wake of the second Porto goal, Ten Hag's reaction to Porto's third goal. Earlier this week, ex-United coach Benny McCarthy insisted that Ten Hag lacked passion and desire to be a top coach in world football. And the Dutchman did little to prove the South African wrong as Porto added the third against United. Perhaps it was shell shock that led to Ten Hag standing motionless after the goal went in, but it was not a great look, especially when your desire has been questioned. Being cool and level-headed is all well and good. But his players needed instructions, leadership and a bit of fire from the dugout after chucking away a 2-goal lead, and that was not forthcoming from the United manager. United's old habits die hard. Continuing with the aftermath to that third goal, and, while the United boss was motionless, the players were anything but. The cameras picked up the players appearing to be bickering between themselves as the inquest began into what went wrong. While holding each other to account is fundamental in elite-level sport, it is becoming routine to see the players embroiled in arguments as the opposition celebrates. It is a worrying habit, which perhaps does not reflect kindly on the squad, especially amid the current form. Finishing the moments missed on a happy note, Hojlund took the time to celebrate his goal against Porto with physio David Billingsley. Thursday night was the Dane's first start since being injured during pre-season, and he, clearly, is grateful to the medical team for their hard work while he was sidelined. Hojlund will hope his first goal of the campaign will kickstart a goal-scoring spree in the weeks to come. Owen Hargreaves says Erik Ten Hag has no choice but to drop struggling Matthijs de Ligt for Manchester United's crunch clash at Aston Villa on Sunday. Dutchman de Ligt had a night to forget as United threw away a 2-0 lead to fall 3-2 behind to Porto in their Europa League clash on Thursday night before, with Bruno Fernandes sent off for the second time in 5 days. De Ligt's replacement Harry Maguire headed a late equaliser. Ex-United midfielder Hargreaves now feels that Ten Hag has no choice but to pick Maguire over de Ligt for the trip to Villa Park, where a bad result could see him sacked following a dire start to the season. Harry will play at the weekend against Villa. "I think he'll have to," said Hargreaves. De Ligt struggled today. Samu Omorodian, who scored twice for Porto, is a super explosive and powerful player, but Ollie Watkins, John Duran, that's not going to get any easier. So he's got some big calls to make. Hargreaves also took aim at United's defending as whole. "There was a lot going on," he said. "There were so many holes defensively. Manchester United didn't stop any crosses, and then to go 3-2 down after being 2-0 up was ridiculous. The middle part of the game was crazy. That's what it's been like for a couple of years." Hargreaves' TNT Sports colleague Karen Carney added. Manchester United fell apart. At 2-2, we were massively fearing for Manchester United. Lisandro Martinez and Matthijs de Ligt were really poor tonight, and Casemiro as well. For his part, Ten Hag again pleaded for time and insisted that his United side remain a work in progress despite this being his third season in the job. "I don't judge us in this moment," he told TNT Sports. "I judge us at the end of the season. We are in the process. Just wait. We have to develop this team. We will work and continue. We will fight." Ten Hag also added that his decision to substitute goalscorer Marcus Rashford at half-time was because of the need to rotate his players and not down to an injury.